A very good morning, students. We are in module 4, as you all know. So, a small portion of that is left out, that is the numericals with respect to belt drives. So, in today's class, we will first complete the problems on belt drives. With that, we will finish module 4 and then we can go for the next module. Okay, so only one module is left after this. So, before going into the next module, we will first finish the problems on belt drives. So as you remember, in the last week we had all the theory part of belt drives. We have studied derivations on finding out the length of open belt drive as well as cross belt drive, and some of the concepts of creeps in belts, slip in belts, and all that, right? So today we will go to the problems, and after finishing the problems we can go to the next module. Okay, so we will take the first problem for today. Okay, so here's the question. Power is to be transmitted from a shaft to another by means of a belt drive. The diameter of the larger pulley is 600 mm and that of the smaller pulley is 300 mm. The distance between the centers of the two pulleys is 3 meters. If the axes of the two shafts are in the same plane and parallel to each other, find the length of the belt required for if it's open belt drive or if it is cross belt drive. Okay, so question is very simple here. We have two pulleys, the diameters of that is given. Power is to be transmitted from one pulley to another pulley. Okay, so if that is the case, the center distance is also given. So if that is the case, I have to use a belt drive. So if I'm using it as an open belt drive, what should be the length of the belt that I'm supposed to use? If it is a cross belt drive, what is the length of the belt that I'm supposed to use? So this is how the practicality of the problem is. You are supposed to find out the length of the belt. Okay, so if this is a condition given, the power is to be transmitted from one point to another point. All the required data are given, the diameters are given, the distance between the centers are given. If this is the case, how much big belt is required? What should be the length of the belt? That is what I have to find out, and that for that we have already have the formula. In both the cases we have done the derivation. We know the length of belt for open belt drive is so and so, and for cross belt drive is this particular equation. Okay, so let us just go through the data first. What data is given? So diameter of the larger pulley is given. Okay, I'll take it as D, capital D. Then the diameter of the smaller pulley is also given, that is small d, 300. Center distance is given 3 meters. Remember this, students, whenever the data is given, no, with respect to diameter and length, it should be in the same units. Okay, preferably in millimeters. Okay, it can be preferably in millimeters, because you cannot keep one unit in millimeter and one unit in meter. Here you can see the center distance is given as 3 meters. That means that is equal to 3 into 1000, 3000 millimeters. Okay, so length of the open belt. So length of the open belt drive is equal to 2c plus pi into d plus d by 2 plus d minus d square by 4c. Sorry. Okay, d minus d square divided by 4c. Okay, so in the previous derivation, whatever equation I have given you, you can directly substitute that equation also. There it was given in terms of radius, here it is given in terms of diameter. Okay, so you can substitute the equation in any case. Here the diameters are given, you can directly put it as radius and divide it by 2 and substitute there, or we can put the diameters and whole divided by 2 it is here. Okay, the formula is same. I don't want you people to confuse with the formula, alright, because in the derivation when we did, I showed you a different slides, and here I have put a different equation. Both the equations are same. Okay, alright. So length of the open belt drive we will consider. So C is known, 3000, capital D is known, small d is known. So all the data are known. So we will just substitute the values. Okay, So L is equal to 2 into C. C is 3000. Distance between the centers is taken as C in this case. 2 into 3000 plus pi into D plus small d, that is 600 plus 300 divided by 2 plus D minus D. The capital D is 600, small d is 300, the whole square divided by 4 into C. Okay, so 4 into 3000. So you will get the length is around 7421.22 millimeter. That means around 7.4 meter. All right. Now for cross belt drive, just the formula will change. That is 2C is equal to pi into D plus D by 2 plus D plus D square by 4C. Okay, so 2 into 3000 plus pi into 600 plus 300. 600 is the diameter of the larger pulley, 300 is the diameter of the smaller pulley, 3000 is the distance. So when you substitute that, you get the answer as 7481. So you can see the length of the cross belt drive is more. Length of the belt required is more because it takes a crossing there, so slightly larger in length is required. So length of open belt drive will be 7421. Length of cross belt drive will be 7481. Okay, so that should be the answer. Then we will go for the next problem. I'll just read out. It is required to drive a shaft A at 600 rpm by a belt using a pulley of 150 mm diameter on another parallel shaft B, which is running at 240 rpm. What would be the diameter of the pulley on the shaft A? Find also the velocity ratio. So in this particular question, it is not related to the length of the belts. The previous question was completely to find the length of the belt, but in this case it is not at all related to the length of the belt. Rather, they are asking you to find the diameter of the pulley. Okay, and also they are asking you to find the velocity ratio. So what is given here? See these things, whatever we have written here, it's easy when I say given these things. But when you read the question, where will you be able to understand what is given? See, the question is just in the case of statement. So you should know what is given. N1 is given, N2 is given, or D1 is given, or D2 is given. That is what you should understand. See, read the question once again. It is required to drive a shaft A. Okay, it is required to drive a shaft A at 600 rpm. What is the meaning of that? NA or N1 in this case they have taken. So NA or N1 is 600 rpm. That means you need to drive one shaft A at 600 rpm. We don't know the diameter of that. By a belt using a pulley. That means there is another pulley which is to be driving this particular shaft of 150 mm diameter. That means we are talking about another pulley whose diameter is 150 mm. Got it? On another parallel shaft B, which is running at 240 rpm. So the speed of the pulley is given, that is 240 rpm. What would be the diameter of shaft A? Okay, so that is what you have to find out. So we know that velocity ratio is N1 by N2 is equal to D2 by D1, right? N1 by N2 is equal to D2 by N1 by N2 is equal to D2 by D1. So N1 is 600, N2 is 240. You have to find out the capital D, that is not given. Small d is given, that is 150. Okay, so diameter on the pulley will be equal to 375 mm. That is already you can find out. 600 by 240 into 150. So whatever value you get, that will be the diameter of the pulley on the shaft A. Next, you also know that velocity ratio, because they have asked this, find the velocity ratio. So velocity ratio, you can directly take either n1 by n2, that data is already given, so n1 by n2, or you can take it as d by d also. Anything is fine. So n1 by n2, if you do 600 by 240, that will be in the ratio 2.5:1. Okay, that is just an additional data they have asked, which you can directly find out, n1 by n2. Okay, so next problem. Two pulleys are connected by a cross belt. The velocity ratio of the drive is 3. So here they have already given the velocity ratio, that is 3. That means n1 by n2 is equal to 3. That's what they have given. The driving pulley runs at 1000 rpm and of 120 centimeter diameter. Okay. Find the speed and diameter of the driven pulley is asked. So the driving pulley runs at 1000 rpm and 120 centimeter diameter. So the diameter as well as speed of the driver is given. You have to find the speed and diameter of the driven pulley. Okay, so we know that n1 by n2 is equal to d2 by d1, or capital D by d. So velocity ratio is already given, 3, isn't it? So velocity ratio is already given. So in that case, n1 by n2 we can directly find out. So n1 is 1000 rpm. n2 we don't know, we have to find out. But we know that n1 by n2 is equal to 3. So what will be n2 equal to? 1000 divided by 3. And n2 will be 333 rpm. Isn't it? 333 rpm. So we also know that velocity ratio is equal to n1 by n2 is equal to d2 by d1, or d by d. So that is also equal to d divided by d, isn't it? Small d, already the diameter of the driver is given, 120. Driven we have to find out. d1 is given, d2 we have to find out, or capital D in this case they have taken. So 3 is equal to d by 120, or capital D is equal to 120 into 3, that will be equal to 360 centimeter. That is again important, okay, centimeters, because they have given D is equal to 120 centimeters, so the capital D also will be in terms of centimeters only. Okay. So next we will take another problem. Two pulleys of diameter 500 mm and 200 mm are run over by a flat belt. The centers of the pulleys are at a distance of 1 meter. Determine the length required for the belt when it's open belt drive and when it is cross belt drive. Now this question is absolutely similar to the first question what we have done, right? So all the data are given. You are asked to find the length of the belt. It's just a repetition of the first problem. The data are different, so you should be able to do it. So diameter of the larger pulley is given 500 mm. The diameter of the smaller pulley is given 200 mm. Center distance is given as 1 meter. That means it is 1000 mm. So open belt formula, L is equal to 2c plus pi into d plus d by 2 plus d minus d square by 4c. So substitute the values. L is equal to 2 into 1000, that is center distance, pi into capital D plus small d, 500 plus 200 divided by 2, plus d minus d, 500 minus 200 square divided by 4c, divided by 4c. The answer what you are going to get is L is equal to 3122 mm. Okay. So and one more thing is whatever solutions that we are giving here, please verify that. Okay, you solve it and tell me what is the answer, because there may be variation in the answers also. You will have to verify. You have to check in the calculator, then substitute all the values and see what answer you are going to get, and just confirm it. And in case if you find any discrepancy in the answer, please report it. Alright, so it's not that you just see this and keep quiet. I want you people to solve this simultaneously. Take your calculator and do this problems and get the answer and see whether it is matching to the answer what is given here. Okay, so length of the cross belt. So length of the cross belt L is equal to 2c into pi into d plus d by 2 plus d square by 4c. So same values here, 2 into 1000 pi into 500 plus 200. Only change is that here in cross belt drive it is not d minus d whole square, it is d plus d whole square. So 500 plus 200 square divided by 4 into 1000. So the answer what you are going to get is 3222 millimeter length for cross belt drive. 3122 is the length for open belt drive. Okay, so the next problem. In a belt drive, the ratio of tension is 2 and the slack side tension is 500 Newton. If the speed and diameter of the driven pulleys are 200 rpm and 120 centimeters respectively, find the power transmitted. So this question is completely different. Okay, neither the formula related to the length of the belt drive will work here, neither the formula which is related to velocity ratio will work here. So here totally different things are asked to find. First of all, they have given you the tension ratio of the tensions of the belt drive. Then they have asked you to find the power. Okay, so this portion, when I was doing, I had not told you about these formulas of ratios of tensions. So what is ratio of tension means, in a belt drive there is a tight side and there is a slack side. Okay, I have explained this in the previous classes. So there is something called as the tension in the belt. There will be a tight side and there will be a slack side, right? So the tension in the slack side and tension in the tight side will be different. So if I take the one as T1 and the other one as T2, then the difference between them, T1 minus T2, will be the effective tension required for transmitting power. Okay, so if you want to calculate the power transmitted for a belt drive, then the formula for that is power is equal to the effective tension in the belt, which is nothing but difference between the tensions in slack side and tight side, that is T1 minus T2 into velocity of the belt. Okay, into velocity of the belt. So you need to remember this formula, students. This was not told earlier, but power, if the question is asked to find the power of the belt, then the formula for that is P is equal to T1 minus T2 into V divided by 1000 kilowatts. Okay, why I am dividing by 1000 is because I want the answer in terms of kilowatts. The unit of power is usually kilowatts, right? If I don't do that, I'll get the answer in watts. Okay, nothing wrong, but generally the power is usually will be in terms of kilowatts. So I am dividing the answer by 1000. So it is T1 minus T2 into V divided by 1000. That is the formula to find power. So here we have to see, we need the data of T1, T2 and V. T1 is not given, but T2 is given. Okay, sorry, T1 is not given, but T2 is given in this case. Alright, so we have to first find out a T1. So how can we find out a T1? there is a ratio given. In the first statement itself, it is said that in a belt drive, the ratio of tension is 2. What do you mean by ratio? T1 by T2. That ratio is given. So T1 by T2 is equal to 2, or T1 is equal to 2 times T2. Isn't it? So if you see here, ratio T1 by T2 is 2. That is given in the question. And they have also given the tension in the slack side, T2. So T1 will be equal to 2 times T2, because that is as per the ratio. T2 is 500, so T1 will be how much? 1000. Okay, so we found out what is T1, what is T2. Now N2 is given, speed 200 rpm, D is given, but we are supposed to find the velocity. So what is the formula to find velocity? So velocity also, you should know this, velocity is equal to pi dn by 60. Okay, so velocity of the belt will be given by the formula velocity equal to pi dn by 60. So what is pi is a constant, what is d, the diameter, what is n, the speed. So all the data are given. 200 rpm is given, 120 centimeter is given. Okay, so velocity, what is the unit of velocity? The unit of velocity is what? Meters per second. Velocity, right? Meters per second. So your answer, when you substitute the values, it should be in terms of meter. So what is the diameter given here? So what is the formula first of all? So formula is pi dn by 60. Pi is a constant. D is in terms of centimeters. So remember this, it is not 120 centimeters. You have to convert 120 centimeters into meter. And how do you convert centimeter to meter? Divided by 100. Got it? If you divide it by 1000, if it is given in terms of millimeters, then you will divide it by 1000. Remember, if it was told that it was 120 mm, then you are dividing it by 1000 to make it meters, then it becomes 0.12. In this case, they have given 120 centimeter, so divided by 100 to convert that into meter. Okay, so pi into d, so d will be 1.2 meter into speed. Speed is 200 rpm. So numerator is meter, divided by 60 will give you meters per second. Okay, 200 is revolutions per minute, rpm. So you want it per second, isn't it? So divided by 60, so that the whole answer will be in terms of meters per second. So you get V is equal to 12.56 meters per second. Now as I told you, you should know the power formula, that is T1 minus T2 into V divided by 1000. So now we have found out all of them. We have found out the value of T1, that is 1000, T2 is already given, it's 500, V we didn't know, but they have given you the values of D and N, so we could find out the value of V. So substitute in this equation 1000 minus 500 into 12.56 divided by 1000. So what is the answer you are going to get here? 6.275 kilowatts. Got it? So this is how you calculate power. So power is equal to T1 minus T2 into V divided by 1000. V is equal to pi dn by 60. Okay. So we'll go to the next one. Okay. A shaft is running at 100 rpm to drive a parallel shaft at 150 rpm. Okay. The pulley on the driving shaft is 35 centimeter in diameter. Find the diameter of the driven pulley. Calculate the linear velocity of the belt and velocity ratio. So they have asked us to find so many things here. Speed of the driver is given 100 rpm. Okay, diameter of the driver is given 35 centimeter or 0.35 meter. Diameter of the driven pulley is not given. Okay, find the diameter of the driven pulley is asked, but speed of the driven pulley is given 150. So taking velocity ratio, okay, we have n1 by n2 is equal to capital D by small d. So as per the data, n1 is given, n2 is given 150, d by d. That we have to find out. Now we don't know the value of diameter of the driven pulley, but we know the diameter of the driver, that is 0.35. Okay, so velocity ratio, first we will find the velocity ratio. Velocity ratio is asked, so 100 by 150, we know that velocity ratio is equal to n1 by n2, so that will be in the ratio 2:3 or 2 by 3. Okay, so you taking that formula into consideration, we can also find d, because 2 by 3 is equal to d by 0.35. I think you understand what we have done here. Velocity ratio is equal to n1 by n2 is equal to d by d. We have neglected this part first. We have taken only n1 by n2. So that velocity ratio we get it as 2:3 or 2 by 3. Now taking the same formula again, n1 by n2 is equal to d by d. 100 by 150 means 2 by 3 is equal to d by 0.35. So 2 by 3 is equal to d by 0.35, or capital D is equal to 0.233 meter. So we are finding the value of d. Okay, so now we have to find the velocity, and while finding the velocity, it has to be always about the driven pulley. We are not finding the velocity of the driver, we have to find the velocity of the driven. On how power is transmitted will be from the driver to driven, isn't it? So always driven, that is pi d n2, diameter of the driven pulley and speed of the driven pulley. So pi into d, just now we have found out the speed, diameter of the driven pulley, that is 0.23 meters. Speed is already given 150 rpm. So you can find the velocity, linear velocity, that is pi into d into n2 by 60. That is 0.233 into 150 into pi divided by 60, 1.84 meter per second. Okay, so we'll go to the last problem in this. Okay, in an open belt drive running in the clockwise direction, the tension in the tight side is 3000 Newton and the arc of contact is 150 degree. If the coefficient of friction is 0.3, find the tension on the slack side of the belt. Okay, so in this particular question, it's totally different again. This is also part of tension in belts, in the ratio of tension in belts. So here also you need to know one more equation, that is T1 by T2. Okay, this one, T1 by T2 is equal to E power mu theta. Okay, this formula you should know. This is called ratio of tensions in belt. So ratio of tensions, T1 is the tension in the tight side, T2 is the tension in slack side. I have already told you regarding the power, that is P is equal to T1 minus T2 into V divided by 1000, right? Similarly, in this case, you have to remember this formula, that is T1 by T2 is equal to E power mu theta. Okay, now what do you mean by mu here? Mu is called as coefficient of friction and theta is the arc of contact. Okay, so you just need to remember this formula in case of tensions in ratio of the belts, that is T1 by T2. So T1 by T2 is equal to E power mu theta, where mu is the coefficient of friction and theta is the arc of contact. Okay, so they have asked you to find the tension on the slack side. That means you are supposed to find T2. T1 is given 3000 Newton tension, T2 is not given. So this is the only formula where you can get all the equation, because they have given you value of theta, they have given the value of mu. So you cannot use any other formula to find this. So the direct formula what we have is T1 by T2. Please remember this formula, ratio of tensions. T1 by T2 is equal to E power mu theta. Okay, so as per the data is given, T1 is equal to 3000 Newton, theta is 150 degrees, and coefficient of friction mu is 0.3. Now while substituting the value of theta, it should be in terms of radians. This is one thing you have to remember. Here the value is given in terms of degrees. So how do you convert that into radians? So theta will be equal to degree into pi by 180. That you have to do. Okay. So let us take the formula here. So as per the formula, T1 by T2 is equal to e power mu theta. Right. T1 by T2 is equal to e power mu theta. T1 is 3000. T2 we don't know. E power mu is 0.3. Theta should be 150 into pi by 180. Okay. So that's the substitution we are going to get. 3000 divided by T2. T2 is unknown. E power mu, that is 0.3 into 150 into pi by 180 you have to do. So when you do e power mu theta, you will get one value. Okay, in the calculator you have to use exponential there. First find out 0.3 into 150 into pi by 180 value. E power that value will give you one answer. So whatever answer you get, so cross multiply. So T2 will go to the right side. The answer what you get will come to the denominator. So 3000 divided by the answer what you get here will be equal to T2. And T2 will be equal to 1367.9 Newton. Okay. So that will be the answer. So I want all of you to please work out these problems. Okay. And at least just check in the calculator and whether you're going to get these answers or not. Alright. The problems are very simple. You just need to remember few formulas. One of the formulas that you need to remember is the length of the belts for open belt drive and cross belt drive. One more formula you need to remember is about the power transmitted by the belt. P is equal to T1 minus T2 into V by 1000, where V is equal to pi dn by 60. And the last one more formula you need to remember is ratios of tensions in belt. That is T1 by T2 is equal to e power mu theta. So these the formulas, and you will have problems only on these things. Okay. So with that we have completed module 4. So just trying to recall from the beginning, we started with engineering materials. Module 4 was quite lengthier, isn't it? We started with engineering materials. After engineering materials, we had finished joining process, in which we had soldering, brazing and welding, and TIG and MIG. After that, we have started with the gear drives, right? So after gear drives, we came to belt drives. So now we have finished all the portions in module 4, and the next video onwards, we will start with the final module, that is module 1. Okay, thank you.